Okay, folks, we're back. We got her bolted back on. Let me turn the light on so you can see, like you did before, the jingling of the old pad is now history. Nothing touching, nowhere, no time now. Isn't that nice? Yep. Looks pretty good, folks. I love it. Love it. I hope the fronts work out just as well because let me show you real quick before I set you down. The real issue with these fronts being self-adjusting is this here. All the slop in here, you know. Once the rear, once the pistons the system got pumped up, they really wouldn't have much room to move. But this, the whole caliper moves. And you've got the brake line, the weight and pressure of the brake line on it. So it's really, the O-rings are really going to help us here. Get rid of that jingle, the moving around and sloppiness of the whole system. And, you know, the bolt with the spacer for the front, like I showed you, that holds the pad on, the pad bolt, actually goes right through this mount into the pad. So it's really, that's what you got. And when you press on the brakes, the piston pushes this, you know what I mean? So this, you know, look at all the, you know, so that's what we're trying to fix, is we get the O-rings in the front, and it's not going to take all of it away, but it's certainly going to take a great deal of it out and make things a little happier. I love the self-adjusting brake setup with these piston anvil brakes. We got live rear, but in the front, to have an anvil on so where you don't have a piston on both sides, it has to draw it over and then press, just like your car. But with your car, you know, it slides on pins just like we're doing with these O-rings. We're not reinventing the wheel here. We're not breaking new ground or nothing. We're just taking a design that was okay and making it super user-friendly and completely hands-off until the pads are worn out. You won't even have to deal with this, man. You'll really just be doing a little bit of front and rear bias adjusting depending on your personal preference of how you like the car to react when you're getting on the brakes. This is with this four-stroker. We've got way too much brakes on this car for a go-kart that's only going to do, I'd say, 80 to 90 miles an hour at the most. We've seen on the digital gauges on these carts of the fellows that run out in the Midwest, and I'll leave a link to that video again. Maybe I'll leave it in the bottom of this video so you can check it out, or another one, but. You can see his speedo on his digital readout on the steering wheel on his instrument, and that straightaway at that particular track, that park track, is a mile long, I think, or a mile and a quarter, mile and a half, and they're running, you know, in a train, all towing each other down there, and it just touches. It's at 87, 88, 89, and it maybe just touches 90 miles an hour before they all got to get on the brakes and decide who's going to get into the corner first. So. Not super overwhelmingly high speed fast, but you still got to have brakes. I mean, the guy that sent me the pictures and helped me out with how to mount the motor in the back, he had vented rotor, cast iron vented rotor on the rear. He had full on good heavy brakes on the front and everything. Way overdone. But you know what? Rather to have it and not need it than need it and be, oh, crapazoli, I got no brakes. The next words out of your mouth is, this is going to hurt. And we don't want none of that happening. So there you go. Little education on taking your spring return brake. You can do this with a CIK cart as well. Take those freaking springs off, man. On the CIK, it's real easy. The springs are external. They literally push on the outside of the caliper. So it's not even as hard as it is with these. You just take them out, throw them away. That's it. I've done it on a GP6 CIK. We put Paul Martin master cylinders on that cart. We used all the GP calipers, removed all the springs, and have a remote brake fluid reservoir on that system as well. I built that car, drove it a few times myself, and then sold it to my buddy Jamal. Those brakes, same way, boom, 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 boom. Brakes are right there. And so it works on a CIK. It works on any of them. The only issue with the CIK is they don't have a master cylinder. They have a slave cylinder. That master cylinder on your Tony cart or all cart, this cart, that cart, add your name here cart, doesn't really have a reservoir to it. And to put a reservoir on it, you'd literally have to spend $80 on a check valve that screws into the top of it, that with a barb fitting, and then put your remote bladder on the top or fluid. Because if you don't, when you push on the pedal, it's going to come right out because it's not a master cylinder, so to speak. It's a slave cylinder. You can only push what's in it. I don't know why the Europeans do that like they do, but it's kind of bunk. I never did like that idea. And those brakes change by the minute, by the lap, let alone, weekend to weekend or race to race. So there you go. I got to get in, wash the hands, cooking Shay some tacos tonight for dinner. So we're gonna have some tacos and then probably some Rolaids afterwards. And we'll be out here tomorrow getting those pieces of wood that I just showed you in this other video glued on the back of the seat. Then we'll go ahead and sand the contour of them to meet the each of these, especially in the rear, really not in the front, but in the rear to meet the contour of the seat strut itself. Then we'll go ahead and glass them on, lay glass right over top of them, and they'll be part of the seat. And we're going to go ahead and do the wedge underneath that headrest portion of the seat too, to stiffen all that up. So we got plenty more to bring you. That's it for now, though. God bless y'all. Godspeed. From here live at RPM headquarters in Racing Roseville. You know where we're at. You know the name. You know the game. We're building go-karts. Love y'all. God bless.